Jazz 88.3 in the New Jazz Thing. Music there from J.C. Styles. The new release from this guitarist is called Blakey Grease, music in tribute to the great Art Blakey, featuring music of many of the members of the Blakey Messengers, including Lee Morgan, Hank Mobley, and Wayne Shorter. His composition Hammerhead is what we were listening to there. J.C. Styles is coming to the New Jazz Thing June 16th, 2014. Be chatting with us about that. And as we just heard, he's number 10 on the Jazz Week Jazz album charts this week. So hopefully he'll be hanging there for the next couple weeks, and then we'll catch him right at the top. How about that? You're listening to the New Jazz Thing. My name is Vince Outlaw. Vocalist Anna Dane's debut release is called Longing, and she's going to be celebrating it with a CD release concert at the Cedros Social Club in Solana Beach Friday, May 30th, with many of the musicians who played with her on her new disc. Joining us this evening to chat about that and all other things musical is vocalist Anna Danes. Anna, thanks for joining us tonight on the New Jazz Thing.
Thank you for having me, Vince.
So, a debut release must be a pretty exciting thing to have new music out there. Is this something that you dreamed out for a long time, or?
For quite some time, but it really kind of came together organically about a year or so ago. I was just enjoying singing, taking lessons, and one thing led to another. I was convinced to record some demos, and of course that led to being in the studio full-time doing an album.
And so I wanted to start out this evening with something from the new disc, but first tell folks where you're going to be performing this music.
So yes, the Cedros Social Club was originally scheduled for May 30th. Mm-hmm. However, that is not going to happen this month. We're postponing it a little bit and growing it into a larger event. And details to follow on my Facebook and of course on the website. It's going to be an event centered around jazz music and fashion and art and the local scene here in San Diego. So it's going to be wonderful.
Excellent. Well, we'll chat a little bit more about that. We have a tune from the new disc queued up, and this is Quiet Nights of Quiet Stars, Corcovado, to others who know that. Tell us a little bit about how this fits in with the theme of your disc, Longing.
Corcovado is a beautiful song, of course, Joe Beams, and it's just a very picturesque song about being in love again and not having to long for it anymore.
Excellent. Okay, there's that longing theme there. Okay, great. Well, let's hear a little bit of this, and then we're chatting this evening with Anna Danes. Her new debut release is called Longing, and this is Quiet Nights of Quiet Stars on the New Jazz Thing, Jazz 88.3.
Nights of quiet stars, quiet chords from your guitar, floating on the silence that surrounds us. Quiet thoughts and quiet dreams, quiet walks by quiet streams, and the window looking on the mountains and the sea. How lovely, this is where I want to be, here with you so close to me, till the final flicker of life's ember. I was lost and lonely, believing life was only a bitter, tragic joke half found with you. The meaning of existence, oh my love.
Jazz 88.3 in the New Jazz Thing. Music there from Anna Danes. Her new release is called Longing, and that is Quiet Nights, Quiet Stars. Anna's joining us this evening to chat about that. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, Anna.
My pleasure.
So tell us a little bit about how you put the songs together, and there definitely is a theme of longing for love on this disc.
Yes, and it was a reflection of my life when these songs were recorded. And they ended up on the album because they spoke to me in some fashion, and the melodies were beautiful, or the lyrics, and it was just a natural progression building this album.
So how did you get introduced to music? You grew up in Poland, and was there music in your household, or tell us a little bit about that?
Music was definitely in the household. That was the disco era. Everyone was dancing and singing. But I later joined a church choir when I moved to Canada, and that really grew my passion for music. And just recently I came back to it, just in the last few years, more professionally, of course.
And so that's an interesting story, how you were, it seems like you were trying to give your daughter music lessons and introduce her to music in a more formal way, and it didn't catch at first for her, but it did for you.
Yes, she came into, I think it was her third lesson, and she was 7 at the time, and just folded her arms and said, "Nope, I'm done, I'm not singing anymore." And of course, being practical, I said, "Yes, you are," and she didn't. So I did.
Well, so had you ever had dreams of doing something like this, doing a CD or singing in this way?
I can honestly say no, never.
So then singing then has seemed to have been therapeutic, or something for you to help you and to express some feelings, right?
It was extremely therapeutic, and I didn't even know what I was doing at the time, but it was such a cathartic experience for me, singing about love, missing love, going to all these feelings that I was missing, and expressing them. And it made me realize what was missing in my life. It made me realize life needed to change. And as a result of this album, it did change.
And so I would just imagine then the process of putting together an album was an entirely new adventure for you. What were some of the things that you learned through this process that you may apply to another album, or even just in life in general?
Music is a collaborative effort. That's what I've learned. I've learned to work with a team of people. Music cannot happen on its own. There are so many pieces that go into producing an album or a song. And so I will always rely on a wonderful team and people that I trust and enjoy working with.
So one of the things I also like to do with these discs is have the people who played on them get some props too. So you played with quite a few people on this, but can you tell us about your collaborators on the disc?
Yes, so of course we have Larry White, who was one of my teachers originally, became a mentor, and then the producer of the album. And Larry is tremendously experienced in the music business. He was the one who put my team together, my dream team I call them. And of course he drew on some of the best musicians here in San Diego and Southern California. Mark Chosak on guitar, Bob Magnuson and Rob Thorson on bass, Kevin Koch on drums, our favorite percussionist Monette Marino, and of course John Rekovich on tenor sax, Scott Hecker on trumpet, and we also had a string quartet add some beautiful strings to the album. So quite a few people involved, absolutely.
Well then, so we talked a little bit about you had a CD release party scheduled for this, but that's kind of being delayed. Tell us what your how this is changing, and what's kind of the vision for what you're going to do in support of the album.
So the album was kind of a springboard towards other things, I've realized. The music is growing into something bigger and more of a community type event or a thing, if you want to call it. I'm working once again a collaboration with other artists and designers and fashion show promoters, and taking the music to a new place. So as I was saying earlier, collaborating with a wonderful group of women who are in the arts, and we're going to create a music event that will perhaps have a fashion show or an artist showcasing before the show, and then we will have guest musicians along with myself and all kinds of other fun things and surprises.
Excellent. Well then, musically, where do you hope that that this takes you then from here?
Well, just one day at a time, and let's just hope it keeps growing and I keep meeting wonderful people, so you never know what's around the corner.
Excellent. Well, let's end then with another tune from the disc. Which tune did we decide we were going to play?
We were going to play Splendor in the Grass.
Oh, okay, great. So then tell us then a little bit about this, the tune, and how it fits in with the disc.
Splendor in the Grass is a splendid little gem of a song that not too many people know, maybe, unless you're a Pink Martini fan, which I am. I've always loved this song. It has a little bit of classical music built into it, and always enjoyed singing it. And it's a story really about life, at my point in life. You know, losing maybe a relationship and trying to rebuild it. And it ends on a very hopeful note. So please enjoy.
Excellent. Well, Anna, totally have enjoyed meeting you and playing your music here on Jazz 88. Thank you so much for being with us tonight on the New Jazz Thing.
Thank you so much, Vince.
Anna Danes, her new release is called Longing. Anna, where can folks find out more again about you and your music and your plans?
Well, there's of course my website, annadanes.com, and there's a Facebook page, Anna Danes Official. And those are the two primary places, but I'm all over YouTube channel, Pinterest, Twitter, you name it.
Excellent. And make sure people know how you spell your name, because it's pretty key.
Yes, it's Anna, double N, and Danes is D-A-N-E-S. And of course the album is available on iTunes along with some other music.
Excellent. And I've got a link from tonight's blog post at jazz88.org/blog to Anna's website, so you can get from there and to everywhere else. Again, Anna, thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Thanks, Vince.
From her debut release, Longing, this is Splendor in the Grass on the New Jazz Thing, Jazz 88.3. Okay, great.